Just before we begin, I think we have an announcement that we'll play, and then we'll get the concert started. Okay. Have you ever stood there waiting for something to happen, wondering if it's going to happen, and it didn't happen? Well, that just happened. We are glad that you're here. I'm Dr. Todd Lofton, principal at Hellstern Middle School, and I am blessed to work with these students every day. We have great kids here at Hellstern, don't we? We want to welcome you to the concert tonight, and as we do, I'm also going to ask for Miss Huffman to come to the stage. A little side note, we have DVD orders that can be turned in the front lobby at the end of the concert, and you can do that if you'd like to have a recording of this event. So with that said, this is a spring concert for Hellstern Middle School Band, and I know these students have worked extremely hard all year to prepare for this, and so with that said, I'd introduce Miss Julie Huffman to the stage, and let's make our band welcome as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for attending our concert tonight. We are so excited to share our music with you. The group you see on stage is a very special group of students. They have worked so hard this year, and I have several exciting things to share with you about the things that they have accomplished this year during their first year of band. What you see on stage, first of all, is a very large group of students, but these students don't meet in this large group on a daily basis. They meet in smaller instrument classes and are split into 11 of those classes. Mr. Post, our Central Junior High Band Director, teaches the saxophone and tuba classes. Miss Mays teaches our clarinet B and flute classes. Mr. Morris, our HAR-BER High School Assistant Band Director, teaches the percussion class, and I teach the remainder of the students on the stage. This is a team effort, and although I stand in front of them on stage, this is a collaborative effort from all of our teachers, and I'd like to recognize those other teachers right now. Starting last Monday through Friday, we combined for full band rehearsals in order to prepare for our concert tonight. In junior high and high school, students will meet in a full band setting daily, but in a smaller scale, split into 3 different groups. And these students will have many exciting years ahead of them in junior high and high school in those full band settings. On April 4th this year, we took 155 of the students on stage to the Solo and Ensemble Festival in West Fork High School. Students performed solos and duets for a judge and received a performance rating. The students who received the highest 2 ratings of a First Division Superior rating and a Second Division Excellent rating received medals at this event. And because some students participated in more than one event, we were even able to earn more medals than the number of students who we took. If you participated in the solo and ensemble event at West Fork High School, would you please stand to be recognized? You may be seated, students. We were very, very pleased with their hard work and in all of their efforts preparing for this important first event for them in their musical career. We had about 8 parent chaperones who devoted their afternoon and evening that day helping at the event. Some were able and even willing to ride the school bus with us on the way there, supervise students, serve pizza, direct students to their performance rooms and practice rooms. Chaperoning trips can seem like a thankless job sometimes when you're there, but I would like to thank our parents who went, because had they not helped chaperone this trip, we couldn't have done this. I couldn't do this alone. And I would like the band and I to thank our parent chaperones for helping, and other parents, please thank our parent chaperones for helping on that event. With many, many band events coming up in the future, if you ever have the chance to help out and chaperone with your schedule, please take that opportunity, because when a director has the cry for help, we mean it. We mean it. And just the help of a little help from several people can take a big load off of the director, and I really appreciate those parents who were able to help us this year. Our next piece is from one of yours, probably, but definitely one of my favorite Disney movies, called The Lion King, and we're going to perform The Circle of Life. The Hellstern Band has a tradition of performing our next piece titled Then Come the Heroes. We have asked the students to write a letter to one of their personal heroes, someone who has made a tremendous difference. I created a new word there, difference. Tremendous difference in their lives. A few years ago at Hellstern, we had a 7th grade band student. His name was Xavier Moses, who lost his life unexpectedly to the heart condition called long QT. And that happened over spring break of his 7th grade year. And since then, our school has raised awareness of long QT by raising money for screenings for students to be checked out for this heart condition. And 2 years ago, we had a former band student by the name of Celia Dollins who lost her life in a tragic car accident the day before she started school to be a 9th grader at Central Junior High. She played clarinet and Xavier played the baritone. The song we're about to perform stirs up many emotions for me as a band director. This piece is a reminder to me of how precious life is and a reminder that each day that we have is a gift. We each make choices that affect our lives and relationships with people in our lives. This performance is a dedication to our heroes, those who have made a positive and tremendous difference in our lives. We have many heroes here in the audience tonight because they were invited by the students on stage. We also have people present tonight in honor and in memory of our heroes. I have explained to our students how performing music is fun, but when we have purpose behind our music, such as a dedication song, a song of worship, a song of sorrow, a song of praise, something special happens when we perform. Not only are we able to play the correct notes and rhythms on our instruments, but we can express our emotions in a healthy way, which can lead to some of the most meaningful performances of our lives. This next one is for our heroes. Thank you for making a difference in our lives. I get a little choked up each time we play that each year. Beginning band students have an expectation to complete all of their Book 1 pass-offs during their first year of band. By doing this, they are showing that they understand how to read and perform music required for junior high playing level. Students, if you have already completed your Book 1, the Red Book pass-offs, please stand to be recognized. Students, you may be seated. Students who have not yet completed this requirement will be expected to complete this within the next month before school ends. Students, if you have already completed your Book 2, your Blue Book pass-offs, please stand to be recognized. You may be seated. This book is more advanced. The majority of our students are somewhere in the middle of completing these pass-offs. Their goal is to complete these during the next month as well. Also, students are expected to perform and memorize junior high level all region scales. We have many students who are have started this challenge, and they are halfway through or nearly finished. But at this point, if you have already met the junior high memorized scale requirement, please stand. You may be seated, students. Thank you. Finally, I would like to recognize our first chair students. If you are first chair tonight, please stand. Competition is healthy when we encourage each other and use it to make ourselves better. We have several students who have earned first chair throughout the year, and I don't want to forget those tonight. So students, if you have earned the first chair position at some point throughout the school year, please stand. I got a lot more smiles from them that time. Students, you may be seated. Our next piece has some pauses where it may sound like we're finished, and I just wanted to warn you about that. Please hold your applause until the very end, and if you're unsure, I will lower my hands and turn around. The reason I say that is because we have 3 students that have some featured solos in this piece, and when you think it's over and you start clapping, it might be during their solo, and we don't want to disappoint them. And I want to make sure you can hear every note that they play because they've worked very hard for it. And in honor of Cinco de Mayo holiday, we have 2 Latin pieces tonight that we've prepared for you, and we're going to start off our Latin celebration with Viva Mariachi. I wish I could have had a solo when I was in the 7th grade. Didn't they do a great job? That takes courage. Our soloists were Elva Ruki on trumpet, Reagan Couch on clarinet, and Alec Kreisel on flute. Outstanding job, students, and we also had several backups just in case something happened. They were ready to go. So we had a lot of students prepare those solo parts, and that's a big deal, and I'm really, really, really proud of those students. In your program, I'd like you to find a list of the summer music camps. It's on the back side of your DVD order form. And those camps are the highly recommended camps by our Springdale band directors. Students can choose a roommate to stay with for a week. They will get a schedule for the week, rehearsing by sections, full band, private lessons, and evening activities. Students who have attended come back and say that they had a blast and they can't wait to attend next summer. At the end of the week, when you pick up your child, they'll perform a concert showing you what they've learned for the week. And we have applications online, and I've got those websites listed on your paper. If you're turning in a DVD order form, someone asked me today, you may want to just take a picture of the camps listed, or we have extra programs out in the front lobby on your way out. Our band just completed our spring fundraiser selling Chop Saver lip balm. Wave at me if you got some of that Chop Saver. Yeah, all right. Wave at me with 2 hands if you've got lots of Chop Saver. Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you so much for helping us. With our help from our students, and I don't want to forget our help from our volunteer, Mrs. Otten. She helped organize our solo and ensemble trip and our Chop Saver lip balm. And she comes in, volunteers a lot of hours, and Chop Saver takes a lot of time. Anytime we do a fundraiser does. But with the help of Mrs. Otten, our parents, and our students, we were able to raise right at $5,000 this year. With our profits, we were able to award band camp scholarships to every single student who requested a scholarship this year. And if they turned in their forms by the April 18th deadline, we were able to award every one of them. We don't always have that to every year, but we did this year. And students, if I call your name, please stand to be recognized as a scholarship recipient. Attending the Arkansas Tech Band Camp is Judson Gill on tuba. Attending UCA Dixie Band Camp is Trent Arney on clarinet. And then I've got several students attending the University of Arkansas camp: Lily Sharam, Truan Piazza, Peyton Lickfelt, Braden Downham, Destiny Mays, Chloe Crumwide, Madison Weisel, Kaylee McQuistion, Georgia Milhelm, Caroline Kerwin, and Logan King. All of these students will be receiving a good scholarship for their camp this summer. Deadlines for summer camps are anywhere from the middle of May to the beginning of June. If a student is interested and you would like for them to attend, please go to the online website to apply. This is something that they can participate in during the summer to advance them to the next level when school starts back in the fall. It is awesome to see students progress into the junior high and high school level. Each year, HAR-BER's band seniors end up receiving between $100,000 and $200,000 in music scholarships to help pay for their college tuition. $100,000 to $200,000 just for their seniors. It's incredible. And I know that when I went to the University of Arkansas, a lot of my college was paid through my music scholarship. And we've got a lot of students who, whether they're going into medicine, music, anything, business, if they play on into their college bands, they can receive those kinds of scholarships. And hard work now pays off later, literally. It really does. Also, another thing coming up is the HAR-BER High School Band is taking their band trip to New York City next month. And believe it or not, after two more years, our Hellstern students will be entering high school and after 2 more years. It's hard to believe it, but I cannot wait to see them progress up to the higher levels. And my advice for the students tonight is don't throw away good talent by quitting. Dreams are not what you wait for, they are what you work for. You have worked very hard this year. Your teammates in band are counting on having you next year. Never give up. I even have never give up. It's written on my fishing pole. I went fishing this weekend and I was like, never give up, never give up. And it just sticks in my mind. Don't quit. After we I've got fish on the brain. After we finish our last piece, students will stand up on stage by row, and those will be some great photo opportunities for the full band. And I will have some brief announcements at the very end about how we're going to dismiss. And we're going to close our Latin celebration tonight with a piece called Latin Fiesta. Enjoy. Let's hear it one more time for the Hellstern Middle School Band. Woo! Students, look straight out. They're taking your picture. All right, thank you so much. Percussion, you can head on back to the back. Parents, what's going to happen is I'm going to dismiss the band by rows to go back to case up their instruments. They will come to you, whether it's you stay in here or go to the front lobby or in the long hallway. They will meet you. Don't forget to turn in your DVD order form tonight in the front lobby. Students do need their instruments at school tomorrow. We will collect practice homework sheets tomorrow during class. Students should have their fourth quarter sheets signed and added up, ready to turn in. Students, you'll want to hear this. You may be seated, students. You may count your dress rehearsal and concert tonight as your homework time. Woo! This Wednesday, the Central Junior High Band is coming to Hellstern to perform for our students during the school day. We're really excited about that. Also, students will have their junior high placement auditions on Thursday of this week. And on this Friday, the band will be performing this concert for our 6th graders at 9:20 in the morning at Hellstern. So band students need their band shirts on them Friday morning. If you could help with that, that would be great. Thank you again for coming tonight. It has been an honor and pleasure teaching this special group of students. Happy Cinco de Mayo.